Hi, my name is Rivera. I'm a second-year health science major, minoring in psychology. And I kind of want to touch base with y'all and let you know that the first time that I did this presentation, it really wasn't authentic. It was a lot of accessories to my life, and it didn't stick true to the core belief that resilience is the foundation of my leadership. It's the foundation of my values and the foundation of my story. It doesn't come as news to my friends that I moved a lot as a kid. I went to 5 different elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 3 different high schools. And it didn't bother me that I had to pack, didn't even bother me that I had to make new friends. What bothered me was that I was growing and I wanted everybody else around me to stop. Because they were growing, and that meant that their friendships were growing longer. And because they were growing longer, every time I moved, I just stepped out of my comfort zone more and more and more. This meant that I had to become an extroverted introvert. I was completely content reading a book, but I had to step out. And stepping out in one high school, I went to a Fellowship of Christian Athletes breakfast. I should have felt accepted, but instead, the kids ignored me. And on top of that, the sponsor ignored me. So I took those feelings of rejection and sadness, and I went to the other sponsor, and we decided we were going to redefine the club, and we were going to make it about passion, determination, and acceptance. But in that, I lost myself. I lost myself because I was so busy feeling that everybody else had to be happy around me that I wasn't able to be myself. I realized at the end of it that I had a whole group of people that knew my smile, but they didn't know my tears. And in seeking validation through others, I lost my confidence. I fell into a major depression, in all honesty. I still struggle with depression to this day. And it doesn't help that I grew up with a mom who could max her PT test whenever she wanted to. But, okay, sorry. And I moved to USF, and I decided this was my new hope. It was my new opportunity to actually become confident in myself and step out. So I decided that I was going to step out a second time. I decided that with 600 offices and a bunch of offices and 600 organizations, I had something that I could sign up for. So I decided to sign up to be an OTL. And I got it through the first round of interviews, I got through the second round of interviews, and by the third round, I was like, I do not know what they believe in me. You don't even believe in yourself. I don't know how they can believe that you can be a leader or that you can make an impact, but obviously they do. And obviously they still do, because I'm here. This is the one position that I didn't know that I needed, but I knew that I wanted. I didn't know that I needed someone to believe in me that I could be a leader. I didn't know that I needed someone to believe that I could make an impact on a first-year student's life. I didn't know that I could be a strong leader while still recognizing my weaknesses. And I didn't know that I could have a group of friends that knew my smile and knew my tears. So even though I lost my confidence as a leader and as a beautiful woman, I didn't lose my confidence as an older sister. I became an older sister at the age of 6, and at the age of 7, my mom was deployed. At the age of 7, I realized that it didn't matter if I was jealous, it didn't matter if I was sad, it didn't even matter if I missed my mom. All that mattered was the fact that my brother didn't even know his mom. So at the age of 7, I decided, well, deployment is real for my family, strength is the foundation of my family, and resilience is our mantra. At the age of 13, my little sister was born. And this really solidified the fact that our parents could be deployed at any minute of our lives. And I realized I didn't have an emotional constant in my life. I was continuously moving, continuously being Army strong, but I didn't have anybody to support me in those moves. So I decided to become that support for my siblings. In becoming that support, I decided that I was going to be the one that they could have a shoulder to cry on. I was going to be the one that if they needed someone to teach them about music, I was going to be that person. If they needed someone to throw a football with, I was going to be that person. I decided that I was going to be their role model. I decided I was going to be their chameleon in the aspect that I was going to be anything they needed, whenever they needed it. And so we kind of grew this emotional attachment. They were my one spark to actually do something with my life, actually become something that I didn't think I could become. And I became it. I can't tell you what it really means to have to be the one to teach your brother how to throw a football, or to be the one to ride a bike, or to be the one to teach him how to tie his shoelaces. And I can't tell you what it's like to be the one there when your little sister wakes up in the middle of the night crying because she doesn't have her mom. And you know that for an entire year, you're the only thing that she has because both of her parents are deployed. They became my emotional crutch. They became the thing that if I was feeling sad, if I was feeling rejected, I can make them feel loved. I can make them feel accepted. I can make them feel like they had something to say. They're my absolute pride and joy in all honesty. If I were to die today, they were the one thing that I could be proud of. And it really hurts that they're not on my wings. They're in Germany right now. But I realized that if I was a role model then, I'm a role model now. And that my success isn't limited by overseas. My success travels the seas and they can see my sister's doing great things, so can I. I realized in this presentation that I didn't think I was a leader, but I was a leader all along. I realized that I was just too busy looking at the dirt and I wasn't looking up, looking at what I wanted to be, who I wanted to become. I was just too busy looking at what I wasn't. So as an OTL and a member of this team, I commit to representing myself with the highest level of authenticity and confidence, contributing my resilience to the culture of this team, and leading with passion, determination, and acceptance for my first-year students. I commit to remembering and reminding that it takes one spark, one opportunity, and one moment to create a leader. Thank you.